Many of us believe that when things are working out for us, indeed God is in that phase, or God is present in that phase. And when things are not working well, when you don't have the approval, when you don't have the promotion, or whatever you're seeking, at that moment you think that God is absent, and probably you're feeling, oh, I'm alone. Where is God? Where God? The scripture said, when you call, He will answer. Is God not answering? Why is He silent? But this takes me to the book of Job. I want to talk about the character of Job. There was something significant about Job. Job lost everything, practically everything, and the only thing he had left that he thought he had was his wife. And the wife came and told him, Job, curse God and die. At that moment, Job said something very significant. He said, you speak as one of the foolish women, as one of the foolish women speak. Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity? And the Bible said that in all, Job did not sin by cursing God. And yet he went further to say, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. And that's why the scripture in the book of Proverbs says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding. What is the understanding here? You're thinking, because by this time I'm supposed to be here, I'm not there. In your mind, you're thinking God is failing. But trust me, even when God is silent, He's talking. At that moment, He's grooming you. At that moment, He's strengthening you. At that moment, He's like preparing you. At that moment, what you should understand is that, using the story of Job, it was from chapter 1, he faced all those ordeal, to chapter 2, where his health was troubled, and where his wife eventually left him. God did not just answer. In short, his 3 friends came and they had to stay with him 7 days and 7 nights. Before he opened his mouth, he spoke. The friends started telling him that, oh, he did bad, maybe that's why God has turned his face away. And later on, there's this personality, Elihu, who was younger than them, but he encouraged Job. But along the line, God didn't answer Job till chapter 38. And what did God say? God did not say, oh, Job, I've ended everything. God asked him questions. One of the questions God asked Job was that, where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. And when you go in that chapter 38, you find out that there are about 70 questions God was asking Job. And I want to tell somebody out there that the question God is asking, just like He asked Sarah in the Bible, when the angels told him that by this time next week you will be with a child, and she laughed. And what was the question they asked him? Is there anything to add for God to do? So what I'm trying to say is that you are not alone. You are in a process. Trust the process. Trust God. Because even in Job, he also said that even if a tree is cut down, there's still hope for a tree. Even when it's cut, to surely sprout. So there's hope for a tree. So what I'm trying to say is that once again, trust the process. God is not silent. Trust me, God is not silent. You are in the making. You are in the making. Though weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Everything was restored back to Job in verse 42. So you can check how many years, how many months that must have gone by before God spoke. But Job was confident on who he serves. So one of the questions I'm dropping to you that is going through that stuff, you going through that situation, is that I just want you to answer, is there anything to add for God to do? Is there anything to add for God to do? So keep your faith up, and definitely, and Bible said that He makes all things beautiful in His time, not your time, in His time. So when the miracle comes, in short, you will know that it is time, because you've been prepared for that particular phase. So this is what I have to share. Keep the faith alive, and God bless you. I love you.